Melbourne's lockdown has been extended to keep Victorians safe. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, because unfortunately the lockdown has been extended for those in Melbourne. So the 6th lockdown is going to be a longer one. Let's have a look at this media release here from the Premier. Extended lockdown to keep Victorians safe. So don't worry everyone, it's just to keep you safe. I feel sorry for the people that are affected by this. The thing is, these lockdowns, I understand the rationale behind it. Now, originally the arguments by epidemiologists against these strict interventions for lockdowns, and we've discussed criticisms of these in the past, was because of all of the economic, health, and other damage that they cause. They're a really drastic and severe move. This isn't the first time we've faced viruses or pandemic going around the world that have been addressed or been a concern. And in the past, there were calls for lockdowns as well, and they were dismissed by epidemiologists because of these dangers, these risks. It seems to be now it's just accepted. So we've got to understand, we have to make sure that since the government is putting the jackboot down, that the people that are being damaged and whose livelihoods are being destroyed by this are compensated. Now, we all have a duty of care to them. Every person in this state has a duty of care to those people that are being damaged by the acts of the government. So, due to the current level of community transmission of coronavirus in Victoria, from the recent New South Wales incursions. Oh, how's this sound? Just the wording of that first sentence. Are we all in this together? Is the Federation going to fall apart because of this? The current lockdown across Melbourne will be extended for another 7 days. Victoria's Chief Health Officer has declared that the current restrictions in metropolitan Melbourne will remain in place until at least 11:59 p.m, Thursday the 19th of August, to stamp out this Delta variant and keep Victorians safe. Victoria's contact tracers have worked around the clock to contain this virus, but today we still stand with 116 active locally acquired cases, nearly 300 exposure sites, and more than 12,000 active primary close contacts around Greater Melbourne. This is how quickly the Delta variant is moving in the community. It means we need to limit movement for a period of time, so contact tracers can get ahead of the virus, just like they've done before. For the next 7 days, we can still only leave home for 5 reasons: to get the food and supplies you need, for exercise for up to 2 hours, for care or caregiving, permitted work or education, if you can't do it from home, or to get vaccinated at the nearest possible location. Shopping and exercise must be done within 5 kilometers of your home or the nearest location. Face masks will remain mandatory indoors, not at home, unless an exception applies. This includes all workplaces and secondary schools. While the situation in New South Wales remains such a high risk to Victoria, we need to do everything we can to protect our border from further incursions, which put at risk everything Victorians have sacrificed to this point in the pandemic. It's funny that how you're seeing a lot of leftist governments now all of a sudden appreciate borders. There's a silver lining to everything. A silver lining to everything. There you go. To help achieve this, residents of the cross-border community, local government areas, will now be required to obtain a permit to cross between Victoria and New South Wales after 6 p.m. Friday the 13th of August. Had to be on Friday the 13th, didn't it? We know the changes to border rules have been a challenge for border residents, but the permit will improve our ability to track who is entering Victoria from New South Wales and make it easier to rapidly get information to contact tracers and to monitor for compliance. You know what would make this all really work much better? If we had some type of digital currency, a central banked digital currency that could track, could coordinate, tag the geolocations of every time it was spent and who spent it. Then you could easily identify where people are going and spending their money and then find where they are. I wonder if there's something like that. I need to get my tinfoil hat out. The reason cross-border community area residents can cross the Victorian-New South Wales border still includes necessary goods and services, including medical care or other compassionate reasons. What about that woman who wanted to get into Victoria to see her daughter or help her daughter deal with cancer treatments? Oh, well, she's probably not on the border region. Work, whether paid or voluntary, including for charitable or religious purposes. Education, including childcare or early childhood services. Receiving a COVID-19 vaccination. Organising community sports, exercise connected to or organised by a club or facility. Residents will be able to apply for a permit from Thursday afternoon at the Services Victoria website. So let's have a look. What are the quotes attributed to Andrews? With more than 100 active cases in our community and more than 12,000 primary close contacts, we cannot afford to open up and let this variant run free. We need to get in front of this just like we have done before. The Minister for Health. We want Victoria back to COVID-safe settings as soon as possible. And this, our best option to get us there safely and quickly. Victorians can also help us achieve this by getting themselves vaccinated as soon as they're eligible. But if they keep measuring everything in cases, vaccination rates are not going to... Oh, well. Anyway. Chief Health Officer Brett Sutton. The Delta variant is more infectious and moving so quickly that we cannot take the risk of opening up too soon. This extension of the current restrictions will help us catch and contain it. So there you have it, everyone. Melbourne is in an extended lockdown to keep Victorians safe. Moving forward, what is the solution to all of this? This continued lockdown after lockdown after lockdown. Well, let me get on my soapbox here and my stein of coffee in hand. As I mentioned, we've looked at an open letter I read here years ago about disease mitigation. Well, no, I didn't read it years ago. Well, okay, now I probably did. It's probably been a year now, to be quite honest. That's really sad, actually, how long this has been dragging on. And there it was, epidemiologists critical of the impact of these lockdowns. Where is the strategy to move? Where's the strategy to move to a staged level of getting us out of this mess? They're pinning all their hopes on the vaccination rate. Well, then they need to inform people and encourage them to get it, not threaten them, not threaten people with their jobs, not scare the shit out of them. People don't trust the government, people don't trust the media, people don't trust any of the health guidelines we get, because understandably that so much of it has been wrong and based on rubbish. What's the solution to this? Well, you need to vote for politicians that aren't so authoritarian. You need to vote for people that appreciate the fact that individual liberty and freedom is an important thing. But, I don't know. Is that even possible in Victoria? You let me know, guys. Well, it'll be interesting to see the next federal election what happens. If ScoMo gets in, or if we have a Labor government. Because, just think, what would this all be like if we had Labor at the federal level? Will they ever open the borders? Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve or AussieBroadband. Buy a merch from HeiseSays. Use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or support us via PayPal. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.